Welcome to the OPOV podcast. It is Wednesday, August the 21st. And we are live in the middle of the week. Meet in the middle. That's what we're doing today.
Meeting in the middle.
We definitely meet in the middle. I am the one and only Don Juan J21 on Facebook. On Instagram, _real Batman _OPOV. And we trying to meet in the middle today. Me and Mr. Silverback University himself. Trying to meet in the middle. I think this gonna be a good one today, my brother. Let's get the big one, Showtime, real quick, bro. If you don't mind. The other side. Always remember. But yeah, now you can go to that one. Mr. Silverback University himself.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, blessed and highly favored. We go see if we can. When we did the test shows, it was about 3:00. So we go see if 12:00 could do something for us. We done created the whole show around that time.
Yeah.
But 3:00 had some traffic going.
3:00 definitely has some traffic. What you think 12:00 gonna do?
Figure we might be catching people maybe on their lunch breaks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something to that effect. So maybe that'll Okay, Mr. Good Guy. All right. Tune in. Appreciate that.
You a good guy?
Mr. Darrell Finley, Silverback University, SBU Apes in the building. I am the good guy. I mean, standing next to you, it ain't too hard to be the good guy.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
That shit, boy, you look like an angel compared to me.
I am.
Nah.
You can see the halo.
Cap.
Yeah. Let's get some more people in here. What's going on? Hey, if you on Facebook right now, definitely hit us up. If you're on YouTube,
go back to that one.
If you're on YouTube, hit us up. I'm feeling real good, man.
Use that.
I'm leaned all the way back. Feeling all right. Got me a stick. I'm gonna get a massage when I leave here. It's like a self-care day. Talk to us in the comments. What's going on? We finna get going. I know y'all ain't used to seeing us at this hour live and in color, but we here.
Hey, is this considered smoking a stick?
Hell no, it's a fucking black and mild. Making me cuss.
See? That good guy shit went out the window kind of quick, huh?
You know, my mama was like a habitual cusser when I was growing up.
So what that mean?
That mean it's embedded in me. It's in my DNA.
Hey.
To just cuss them, sometimes just cuss them out.
No, you finna say the whole thing.
Self-control.
It sounds better when you get the whole cuss word out. I really don't like when people be muffling the cuss word, like cuss a MF out. That's disrespectful to the cuss word. That's like having sex and not eating no pussy. That's disrespectful to sex.
Why you got to say nasty shit, Ray?
Why not? Tell me why not.
You missed that part of the
That
movie.
was on Life.
Motherfucker say, cause I'm a nasty motherfucker. That's what the movie said. One of my favorite movies, man. Why you got to say nasty shit, Ray?
All right, let's do it over.
Why you got to say nasty shit, Ray?
Because I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, shut up.
These people go cuss us out today.
Yeah, so man, we just got 1 hour, man. Meet in the middle of the day, middle of the week conversation, get you through your work day.
Mm-hmm.
And we just wanna what's up, Shamari? We just wanna just have a little conversation amongst, and then another reason why we call it meet in the middle too, because I think Bat and I are kind of like polar opposites to an extent. Mm-hmm. And I think we have our moments where we can definitely meet in the middle. Mm-hmm. What's up, Marshall?
I think we meet in the middle more than we disagree.
Yeah, we find some commonalities. Yeah. We find some commonalities. What's the topic of the day, Bat?
Well, you already said was the topic. Are we gonna be able to meet in the middle with these two clips that we got? That's the question.
Yeah, yeah. I think we can. What's up, April? How you doing? Finally catch y'all, class old folk here in the city. Yeah,
Oh, that's April. What's up, April? How you doing? That was gay.
yeah. That was kind of gay.
Pause.
That was kind of sensual acts.
I be catching my shit sometime when I be saying some weird shit.
Marshall, meet in the middle high. Coming to a compromise.
Common ground.
Coming to a common ground. That's it. That's it. Cause again, like myself, I'm the good guy, and that asshole over there is the habitual asshole. I never seen a person able to piss people off the way he do, and
Effortlessly.
you take pride in it too.
Effortlessly.
What does that give you? That make the blood rush
Yeah, you know how white people say I get a boner
from pissing people off?
from that? Yeah.
It be women, man.
No, it be everybody.
Women think that you don't like women. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. No, you ain't the only person I heard that from.
But is that what you want them to think?
I want the women that don't. Aaron, we ain't got to get into that, man. We tried to meet in the middle today, man. I want y'all to understand me today. Well, not me. Maybe him.
Well, what you want them to understand, Cole?
Nothing.
Nothing. What you mean nothing?
Right now, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think most women think that. You know, you gotta select a few that think that I don't like women. That's cool. Everybody have their own opinion about a person.
Man, if anything out there, man, I don't want people to think that I don't like women, dude.
But that's the thing. I don't care what people think.
I don't care what people think either, but I damn sure don't want them to think that, though. If they gonna think anything, I don't want them to think that.
I don't have a large. I don't even know what word I want to use for that. I don't.
You don't have a large what?
Time space to deal with bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's typically what it all boils down to. So when women say, "Oh, he don't like women," now I don't like to deal with stupid women. Me and Joy just had a conversation about that, and she said, "Yeah, I be saying you don't like women, but when I say it be meaning like you don't like dealing with them for a long period of time because they get on your nerves." So, yeah.
So do you believe that most of the time we're more so tolerating women as opposed to having a genuine connection? Could it be both?
Some women,
Some women, yeah,
not all.
yeah, yeah.
Some women we tolerate them, but
What does it look like to tolerate a woman?
you deal with all the bullshit that come with it.
Do you think that women are available are aware that they come with a measure of BS?
No,
None of them.
none of them.
All of them are oblivious.
All of them. Even if they have a lot of bullshit coming along with them following behind them, they don't notice it because they think it's just something that comes with the world.
Oh, so you think that they believe that their behavior is acceptable because it's you just supposed to accept it? Like this is just how I am. You just should accept it. They don't see it as like a problem.
How many women do you see get applause for their bad behavior?
Mm. The comments say you being a chauvinist.
Defined it. And
She spelled it, but she did spell it right though.
You can spell it right.
She said, "There goes that chauvinism."
They spell narcissist right and don't even know the meaning either.
She said, "Men come with problems too."
See what I mean? It's always, but this is cover this too. No, how about we talk about what we talk about first? Yeah, we get to the next step.
Okay.
But no, not all women.
No.
Not all women have a bunch of issues with them.
Hey, but when you find one of them ones, man, it's like the holy grail.
Yeah, you don't let that go.
You hold on tight.
Mm-hmm. You don't let that go.
But do you think that most of them actually think that they're one of them ones?
Yeah, all of them think that.
What brought that about?
Um,
Why is there no understanding that there is in fact a hierarchy?
Because some of them never had a mirror put in their face to see who they really are.
That's funny. She say we know we come with a level of messiness. We take accountability.
No, you may come with a level of messiness that you understand and be able to take accountability, but your peers do not.
Hmm.
Speak for self when you speak like that.
I ain't gonna get you started, man.
Yeah. See, because we
I
supposed to
want
be
people to
meeting in the
come
middle.
back and revisit this show
Yeah.
because this is our opportunity. This is our attempt to help y'all make it through the workday. Some of y'all probably on lunch right now. Some of y'all probably getting ready to go to lunch. Some of y'all probably done had the thought in y'all mind to say, man, listen, after I take this lunch, I ain't coming back to this mother. They can kiss my entire. You did.
Right on the whole part.
They call it the rim.
The
Okay. Okay, sound good. So what we got, man? Because we only got an hour, so we getting into this first video. What's going on?
Yeah, we can get into the first video. So, ladies, this first video is not what you expect, but I brought this video up. Daryl has a video as well to enlighten you all that there are some type of dangerous men, the ones that's emotional men. To me, I stand behind that. What Mr. Andrew Tate was saying. Um, the most dangerous man on this planet is an emotional one that can't control his emotions.
What does it look? Okay, so let's look at the video, then I'll ask that question.
Okay, you know which one it is, Ron?
Shout out to Remy in the building, helping us out on the wheels of steel. You know, don't forget to put these comments up as we going through them. I love Church's Chicken. Shout out King Vic. What's up, Michelle?
Got it.
What's up, Shamar? Shamar, I can always appreciate your engagement on the show.
Go ahead, drop that thing.
Right. And the dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous. They're genuinely dangerous. This is what's crazy. All these people who talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men to be traditionally masculine. A traditionally masculine man does things he doesn't feel like doing because it is his duty to do them. He charges into the building because it is his duty. Not because he feels like it, because it is his duty. We're now teaching the new generation of men that they don't have duty and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel and they don't have to act as a man should. Do you know what happens when you get men who just act how they feel? You get school shooters, you get violence, you get rapists. Men who do not control their emotions are dangerous. If you find a man who is stoic, he's not going to hurt people. He's going to sit and think about his actions very carefully, and he's going to be a good man who protects and provides for his family. You find a man who just acts out on impulse and does whatever he feels like, you're going to find a dangerous man. Sitting here telling men to cry more and act with their feelings, and it's okay to feel this way, that way, etc., and have no self-control. That is why we have the problems we have in the world. Absolutely and utterly wrong. So when they talk about toxic masculinity, they have it completely inversed on its head, completely and utterly wrong. We need to be teaching stoicism. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You just suck it up and perform anyway. Not to sit there and cry your eyes out or blame other people.
Tough
or
being a
cop
woman
out.
too in modern society.
It's certainly tough being a woman, but I'm not a woman, so why would I speak on issues I do not understand? I'm a man.
You can feel an empathy for women.
I feel empathy, right? And the danger.
Look at his. What was that right there? What was the host trying to convey?
He was trying, he wanted to shed light on something else that he wasn't talking about. He was talking about, like, men, and I agree with what Andrew Tate said. I can't speak about women because I'm not a woman. I'm a man.
Okay.
You know.
Now that right there we can meet in the middle on because I agree 300%. Oftentimes if I'm talking to a friend of mine, typically a homeboy, and he may be expressing we just may be talking as men. The conversation is always if I'm leading the conversation, it's always going in the direction of, hey, well, what could you have done better? Well, what did you say? Or what did you and sometimes it can appear like, well, whose side are you on? Man, I'm on the side of what's right. And more importantly, that woman ain't here to defend herself. So therefore I can only discuss what's on this phone right now, or what's in front of me right now, and that's me and you. So first things first, men predominantly will hold one another accountable.
100%.
Simply because, hey, we ain't doing that. But what's your take on the video? So he's saying that an emotional man is dangerous.
It's a dangerous one. A man that can't articulate his emotions very well and do it in an emotional way. I'm gonna say, okay, situation.
What, a story time?
No, not a story, but it's a situation. I'm not gonna do it, but you get hot and bothered about something that expired and you go on a rant. You take it to Facebook, you take it to Twitter, you take it to Instagram. Something between you and your old lady. And you act out in a crazy way, something small. I'm just throwing something out there. I'm not trying to be direct on anything. But just an emotional being. Like something that could be so small and he take it from 0 to 100 real quick. You ever met a man that you say something to him and he gets so angry? He gets so fucking angry
Mm-hmm.
that he want to fight, well, pretend to want to fight, get bossy about something that you're trying to tell him to hold him accountable about. You ever met one of those?
Yeah.
No. So one of those type of guys, like he said, a man that can't control his emotions, typically, I don't want to say bitch ass niggas, but
Okay.
they bitch ass niggas. You know what I mean? Tell everybody business. You told me something. I'm emotional as fuck. I went and told everybody your business.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this nigga. This nigga green as shit. Nah. One of those type guys.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
A man that pillow talk about every fucking thing that he heard
Okay.
to everybody under the sun.
Okay.
I think them niggas will get you set up.
Is that like being emotional? Or is that just having a big mouth?
That's emotional too. Women move like that. Women have a lot of emotions, right?
Okay. So is it feminine
Oh, for
or is
sure.
it being emotional?
Nah, that's both.
Okay.
That's both.
So at
That's
what
both.
point is a man being being emotional but still not being feminine?
I gotta think about that one. I gotta think about it.
So I think that when a man is being emotional but not being feminine is when he's acting off impulse, when he's not in a place where I think when a man is being emotional but not necessarily being feminine is when he can't talk through those emotions. When he
Yeah.
can't find the words for those emotions or he doesn't know how to effectively communicate those emotions. Thus, he mishandles those emotions and possibly misdirects those emotions. To piggyback off of what Andrew Tate was saying, now you have serial killers,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Woman beaters.
Right, and things of that sort because it's really the misdirection of the emotions because you don't know how to deal with said emotions.
So what do you think that stems from? What do you think those men gain those type of emotions and misaggressions from? What does that come from? Misplaced
Oh
aggressions.
man, it's a whole lot. Most unfortunately, most men are being raised by single mothers, right? So I'm always one to put the blame on us. In my humble opinion, anything that's wrong with society falls on the back of the man.
Mm-hmm.
Be it not being in the household, not being present in the lives of our children, not being a force to be reckoned with in the marketplace, just missing our posts. And as Andrew Tate said, I can only talk on that because I've only been a male all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a woman's plight. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I don't want to be a woman.
Nope.
So I don't talk on nothing concerning a woman. But you want to talk about males? You want to talk about men? Yeah, we can talk about that, right? So I think that being raised by the single mothers has a lot to do with it. Um, Absence of the fathers has a lot to do with it. Absence of structure, absence of discipline,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, because those are the things that men do innately. It's nothing for me to rear or to be stern, and I got daughters.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. I told my 6-year-old this morning, hey, you gonna stop all that lying, because now you at the age where you know you lying, you know you're not telling the truth. We finna correct that immediately. I can do that in my sleep.
Yeah.
It's things that they mom do that I can't do on my best day and her worst day. So that start from a young age. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh.
And if you coddling little Timmy when you need to be scolding them, if you coddling them when you need to be redirecting and letting them know that there's gonna be consequences for his actions. Boy, buckle up.
Yeah. You know what else I want to talk about? What Andrew had brought up about a masculine man knows the role of a masculine man. Like it's not something that he have to enforce into society and just walk around without him saying that on the video, but saying it. You don't have to walk around saying, "Oh, I'm a masculine man." You know what I'm saying? A man knows his actions, right? So, like he said, if a burning building, you know, I got to run in there and save my family. I got to go do this. I got to do that. I know I got to work. I know I got to use my hands. I know I got to do X, Y, and Z as a man. You know, I know I got to pay my bills. I know I got to do all of those things. I think where society getting misconstrued between boy and man is social media plays a lot when you know with men pretending to be real men and not being able to recognize that visually is a problem. I think because I see a lot on social media with saying, "Oh, that's not a man,"
Mm-hmm.
and I be in agreement to a lot of it. I just don't say nothing
Mm-hmm.
because I like to maintain my bad guy stance. Uh, what?
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
I can say I can't say nothing.
Go ahead. I thought you were gonna say something to what I said about being a bad
Nah, 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 nah. We know you the bad guy, man.
but I think that's one of the things. I'm pretty sure you know within yourself what you would have to do at certain times, certain places as a man, and not have to be told, right?
Well, see, the word that he used was out of duty.
Yeah.
I've mentioned on our show on Saturday. So for those that's tuning in right now, this is Meet in the Middle. This is our new show. Myself, Mr. Daryl Finley, the good guy, Batman,
Nah, say that shit with the
asshole
same conviction.
extraordinaire.
There you go.
I got you.
Give him the camera back. Let him do that
I
shit one more
got you.
time. Asshole extraordinaire. Damn, that shit sound fancy. I like that.
This nigga's asshole for real. He loves it. But yeah, man, Meet in the Middle. It's just our installment to help you make it through the work day, help you make it through the rest of the week. We meeting in the middle of the week, middle of the day, every Wednesday, 12 noon. But I've mentioned on OPOV, tune in OPOV every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. There's a scene in the movie Fences starring Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, and it came from the stage play, and the father who Denzel plays on the stage played James Earl Jones played that role, Mufasa. You know, the daddy from Coming to America. So he had that big voice, and it's a scene where the dad, well, I mean, where the son where the dad asks the son, "I put clothes on you, I put food on the table, right? Yes, sir. Clothes on your back, yes, sir. I give you that, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Why you think I do that?" And the son said, "Because you like me." And that boy damn near slapped it. Boy, because I like you, I do it because it's my duty,
My duty. My
right?
son.
And that was something that Andrew Tate touched on, which was the duty of a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the misplacement is coming in a lot of males not understanding their duty
Yeah.
as a man, right? And I think a real big confusion is when males are looking for an outward acknowledgement that women receive,
Yes, Lord. Oh.
right? So I have, again, I have children. I have 4 daughters, right? Their appearance, how they look, how they are, their personality is 90% their mothers. 90%. So if I'm looking to receive the 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 outward acclaim from my kids as if their mother does, I'm already losing, right? Because I'm not going to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Because what men have to understand is that your output, right, is typically things that you can't see. You can't see protection until danger strikes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see provision until a plan is needed to be put in place. You can't see structure. You can't see discipline until you actually see it, right? And these are our duties. But if we're again, looking for an outward, don't nobody tell me how much structure I provide my kids. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that.
Nobody's supposed to tell you that.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you that. Right? So we gotta stop. Look, we have to understand that our contribution, a lot of the times in society, are things that are intangible.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you can't even place a value on. And more importantly, things that work from the inner outer, not the outer inner. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we've displaced that on so many different levels, and I emphasize males because I think that men understand that, you know what I'm saying, understand that plight. Unfortunately, some males don't, right? So as a woman, I can agree the lack of a strong father figure is partly the reason for overly emotional men, because women are overly emotional and men are more of the, no matter what you are going through, you put that aside and do what needs to be done. Absolutely. Now, there's a catch-22 to that, though, Bat.
Okay.
I believe there is a catch-22 to that. And as we transition into our next video, we'll see that there's a catch-22 to that, because even though we know we got to be head to the plow, head up, shoulders back, chest out, we also got to understand that we have to be able to let go. Meaning we have to be able to release some of those things that we feeling, because on the contrary, you got a lot of males, man, that's like walking time bombs because they haven't figured out a way to decompress.
With aggression? Are you speaking on aggression, or are you speaking
I'm
on...
speaking on just having things pent up and balled up that you haven't figured out how to let go. So for some of us, it's the gym, right? For some of us, it's going for a walk, reading a book. You know, for myself, man, I could, after a long day, I can go sit at the lounge and smoke me a stick because I want to hear the music. I want to be amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one way for me personally to decompress, silence out all the noise, and you know, and a lot of us haven't taken the time out to know what that decompression looks like because we're constantly sticking to the duty.
Right.
And
Right.
the icing on the cake is very seldom is someone genuinely asking us the question of, how you doing? Are you okay? Do you want better? Is there anything I can do for you? So our cups are constantly being diminished and very seldom being replenished.
See, I'm not gonna speak on it into the video. I wanna fully watch it.
Okay, let's get into the next video.
You deal with a lot of grief. Like I think about, Brother Paul Walker, and I think about
John
Singleton, your mother.
Divorce. Both of my sisters died.
Your sisters. People don't look at divorce as grief, but you did. You lose things, You probably lost a lot of friends when you went through your mental health breakdown. Are you really, have you really taken the time to deal with all of that grief? Or do you just try to stay busy to avoid it?
I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get. That's it.
Get some tissue for me, brother.
No, I don't need no tissue. Black men cry.
That's right.
Fucking tissue. Every 24 hours I get, I'm doing the best I can. Beautiful Pain, 1992. There is no square footage I could ever live in. There is no rims, no jewelry, and no car. There is no net worth. There is no press release. There is no co-star. There is no collaboration in the world that could ever replace my mama. That could ever fill the void of what it's like to wake up and get married and want to be in something for the rest of your life and it goes away.
You making me cry.
Get Tyree some tissue. He acting.
I don't need no tissue.
Man, you US, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love you.
You've
too,
been holding
brother.
this
Do
in
you
the whole
understand
interview,
how
though.
much power it is in letting it go?
Yeah, because you've been holding it the whole interview. I've been watching you.
You asked me the question.
I did, but I mean, I'm getting you.
You
some
should have
tissue.
never asked the question
I love you,
if you
brother.
didn't want to see
I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
how hard it's been to get through.
I love you. I love you, black man.
Okay, do you not cry?
Absolutely.
You might not bring it to the radio,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but this is what being grown
Thank
is.
you, brother.
I'm not doing this.
I need one. My makeup gonna mess up.
Hear me.
My concealer
Hear
is
me.
sitting today.
See?
Hear me. Black men cry. When divorces happen, women aren't the only one that are devastated. When a miscarriage happens, women are not the only one that you should be checking on. When you can't put food on the table because your career goes up and then it goes down, stop calling, skipping over the man, and just checking on the woman.
So he's encouraging black men to cry. Is that in the context of what you just saw? Is that being too emotional?
Yeah.
What makes it too emotional?
Mainly because nobody cares if a man cries.
It wasn't for nobody. It was for him.
Yeah. But do it to yourself.
So again, it wasn't. It was for him, and more importantly, it was a message to others.
Mm-hmm.
To well, first and foremost, he's doing an interview, right? And he's asked, "Hey, man, with the loss of this and with the this and that," he's asked a question, and almost immediately he gets emotional. What that said to me was, "Man, when was the last time this man was even asked
But nobody cares, though.
how you doing?"
Yeah, I get it, but nobody cares.
It's not about if anybody cares. Well, first and foremost, somebody got to care. Because with the type of success that man has had, I am almost 100% certain that he's made an impact on somebody's life. Somebody should goddamn care. And if we're gonna take the stance that nobody cares, then man, we got a lot of work to do as fucking human beings.
Well,
at this point.
Well, we could have a lot of work to do, but never in the history of men did somebody care if a man cried. And by you saying that, I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I fully get it. We have to bring awareness to men do cry, but nobody cares. Falls on deaf ears because now a man is not supposed to be looked at in that way. When that man did that a couple years back and cried on the internet by his daughter and all of that stuff, they took that man through the ringer. Nobody cared. Why are you being emotional? You're not supposed to do this as a man. Society don't look at us in the way of being emotional and to cry. It's to be a strong man and fight through whatever the situation is. So no, I don't.
I gotta beg to differ.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that because at the end of the day, you're a human being. You're gonna have emotions. You're gonna have feelings. You're gonna have things that you feel that you may not even know you feel until you're posed with a question, as he was. And then number two, the things that he pointed out. You know, a divorce is described as attending a funeral and nobody died. And for anybody that was ever in a marriage and had their sights in their mind and their heart set on being in that marriage to the end of time and for it to be abruptly cut short, man, that's a pain you can't even express in words. And it's a pain that you can't, or it's very difficult to just chuck it up and just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
The same as losing your mother, the same as losing a child. And I can talk from that because I've experienced two of the three. I lost my daughter at birth, I would have had 5 girls.
Mhm.
5. And all my daughter's names start with a D.
Right.
So that 5th daughter, it was hard trying to name her. And on the morning that we went into labor, I sat on the edge of the bed and I say, hey, we should name her Devin. Like heaven, but with a D. And little did I know she was transitioning to heaven right before my eyes, and I didn't even know it. Oh man, you can't even begin to imagine that type of pain. To push a baby out and hold her, and the doctor say, nah, ain't no heartbeat. And there's nothing we can do about it. To have your heart set on the birth of this child. This what was going, we was ready for this for 9 months. So you got certain stuff back that you can't even begin to understand, more or less hold in.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, see, death is a totally different ballgame.
But that's along the lines of what he was talking about.
And I understand that. I'm in agreement to death and things that's out of our control.
So why is death so heavy, and that's the only thing in life we promise?
Because, well, we all know we live to die. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can't get away from that. We live to die. But there's things that are not supposed to be cried openly about. That's just the way I see it, bro. Like,
so you gonna complicate crying too, dog?
No, I really don't cry, bro. I haven't. God forbid anything was to happen to any one of my parents. I have never lost a parent. I don't have kids, you know, to know what that feel like. I never been married, right? So I can't express those type of pains and feelings and things like that. I ain't even say nothing yet. But
Nah, Remy way behind on it. We speed them up.
Oh, okay.
Matching with what we doing right now. That was a couple minutes ago.
Just go down to the bottom.
Yeah. Continue back what you were saying.
Yeah, so I never really seen those type. I don't like to talk about stuff when we speaking in generalities. But men are not really supposed to be the face of crying.
But who told you that?
Society.
If that's the case, society telling men that it's okay to date other men. If that's the case, so society gonna tell you that too.
You got a point with that one. You got a point. But we talking about natural society. We're not talking about the construct, like what they constructed us to see, like what they want us to go down, and not those things. I'm talking about what's natural. As a woman, every time let's go back to him. When that brother got on the internet a couple years back and expressed his whole emotion in 30 seconds, crying and doing all that stuff, women looked at him as being weak. I watched and I looked at a lot of the comments because I run straight to the comments when I see shit like that. I want to go see what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? And a large number of women, I don't know the exact percentage, but a large number of women was like, oh, he soft, he being a bitch, being a whore. I mean, not a whore, but you being a hoe. That's a weak man to be crying like this. And society does not give you any award for being emotional at that time. So why do it? Why not cry to yourself? Why not decompress your ways of doing it and not to the world? I don't have to. If I have an emotion that I have to decompress, I'm going, like you said, I'm going to go for a walk. I'll get on my bike and go for a ride. I'm going to do it in that way, but I'm not going to be emotional, almost like what Andrew Tate was saying. I'm not going to be emotional to the world because the world don't care.
So you looking for somebody to care?
I don't look for nobody to do nothing, so I'm going to do it within myself.
Okay.
I don't have to call out and ask why you don't come and check on me. Why you don't? That's some weak shit to me. I don't need nobody to check on me because I'm a dude, bro. I don't need that. I'm gonna find a way around it. I'm gonna fix it within myself. Or if I got to get counseling, I'm gonna go to counseling, do therapy.
What is that that's talking right now? Is that you talking? Or is that Pride talking?
No, that's me talking.
Okay.
All me. Like straight up. I don't think you have to be emotional to everybody.
Okay.
I don't think he handles his emotions well.
So the message in that particular clip, it didn't necessarily have to be. So when he said black man cry, right? Black man release it. Black man, you got a lot built up. Black man, seek counsel. Black man, confide in something or someone. Because again, for a person to be asked a question and to express the answer to that question in that way, it was some stuff built up. And we can say, okay, you know, that's how he's known to act and so forth and so forth. Or we can understand that at the end of the day, everybody got something that they going through. Everybody got something that's pent up. Everybody got something that, if given the opportunity, they would really like to talk about it. So what you saying is that even if you want to talk about it, you shouldn't. You don't have anybody that you feel comfortable, if something is pressing your conscience, your heart, that you would feel comfortable with having a conversation about it?
No. I'm gonna say it like this. My dad, just like she said, I never seen my dad cry. Never. And I agree with that, Shamari. I've never seen my father cry.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. And if he did, just like she said, that means some serious shit happened. The only time I seen my dad cry is when his mother passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That's one time and one time only.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him cry other than that. And my dad always taught, I was always taught, if were to cry as a child, suck that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
What you crying for? Figure it out. The world don't care about your cries. This is what I was taught.
Right.
So you asked me a couple of minutes ago, was that me? Yes, this is me.
Okay. So everything that we've been taught is good? Is the right way?
I'm not talking about everything. I'm talking about that in particular.
Okay.
Let's talk about crime.
Releasing that emotional pressure betters you, right? Opens you up to see clearer. Helps. You got to move the thing. Helps you be a better man. So
Says who?
I can agree with that.
So you think crying makes you a better man?
I've had instances where, and I don't cry often. It's weird. Like I'll cry. I'll cry in a third party situation. Like I'll see somebody else go through something, and it impacts me in a way. Like me, firsthand hurt, I really won't cry. But somebody else, it could peak that at times. But I've had encounters in church, like real encounters in church. I'm talking about the ugliest cry in the world. But man, after the fact, I felt like 100 pounds was lifted off my shoulders. So there are moments and there are situations where, if it's tears, if it's hitting some weights, whatever it is, there has to be a release. We cannot continue to walk around carrying some of the burdens that we carry. So you're saying that release should be in private, no matter what.
I don't think it have to be on a huge platform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have to cry to get people to feel sorry for me.
So you think that it's actually a ploy for people to feel sorry
I
for?
think that's why Tyrese was doing it.
Okay. So from a general standpoint, if you see someone crying, immediately you think that they're looking for attention?
A man?
Or looking for someone to feel sorry for them?
A man?
Yeah, a man.
That means he can't manage his emotions. If you bust out and just start crying right now in front of me, D, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna look at you just like this.
Well, nah, we ain't got to worry about that.
I'm just saying, we are hypothetically speaking.
Right.
If you bust out and just started crying and I can't take this shit, I'm gonna look at you just like this.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't.
But
I
let's
don't.
flip it. Let's flip it for
Okay.
a second. Let's just say, for example,
Mhm.
that was to happen.
Mhm.
Could you not look at the situation and say, now that's very uncharacteristic?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So if you can do that, would there be room for you to then want to assess, maybe see why, as opposed to looking like this
Well,
and thinking that that person is tripping?
well, since we talk about self and you and me, after I'm done looking at you like this, I'm gonna say, bro, what's wrong with you, bro?
Mm-hmm.
What you got going on?
Mm-hmm.
You straight?
And are you doing that out of that's the
Nah.
politically correct thing to do, or do you have a genuine concern?
Well, if this is me and you, I have a concern because I'm not used to seeing you bust down and cry. Like, what the
Okay.
fuck going on with you, boy? Like, it got to be something serious for you to just bust down and cry.
Okay.
That, and you know, you a father, bruh. You a strong dude. So you cry. Now I'm looking like, oh boy, this some serious shit right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's coming from a genuine place. It's not gonna just come from me. That's the first thing that come to my mouth. You know?
Let's touch right there. Put that one back up, Remy. The one before that one. It's so interesting how old school men are real men, but almost every old head I know is emotionally unavailable to their women and their kids.
That's I'm not going. I wish I could reverse your bill because
Nah,
I'm
that's
gonna say what.
facts.
Well, it's not facts because if you look at the way of the world, the male species has always been emotional unavailable to the women and the kids, and we're not just talking about humans. We can talk about every male species on this planet that operates in the same realm. So what's the difference? That don't mean they don't love them because they're emotionally unavailable,
So again, I got daughters, right?
right?
If I don't exhibit being emotionally available to my kids, guess what? They fall into the hands and fall into the arms of someone that's going to pretend to be emotionally available and possibly take advantage of those emotions that I wasn't emotionally available for. So nah, we got to do better.
So you don't think it could be just a taught behavior?
I think that especially in today's society, because people are so weak, I think that to an extent we have to transition to being emotionally available for our children, for our families, for our women. You have to be. We can no longer live under the guise of I'm a real man, I can't be emotionally available.
What is emotionally unavailable? What does that mean?
Emotionally unavailable to me? I ain't got no Webster dictionary in front of me, but it's the ability to empathize. It's the ability to understand that me as a man, I can't never understand why my damn 8-year-old and 6-year-old daughter be crying and doing all that stuff they do.
So you got to
But
be
I can't
emotionally.
shun them.
You got to be emotionally available to empathize.
Yes, I have to be emotionally available to reassure, to reaffirm their emotions. It ain't for me.
Okay.
It's for them. It ain't for me to be talking about, oh, I was raised this way. Oh, I ain't emotional. And no. Fuck
Okay.
that.
So let's move
Because the long-term effect is much greater. And I would prefer to do what I need to do right now in the present. Because one thing you can't do is expect children to understand adult issues. You ever see them kids grow up? Mama and daddy, you ain't never come to my game. Mama and daddy had to work. But they don't get that. They just know you ain't come to their game. So you have to make the necessary adjustment to assure that they don't grow up with that thought process or with those feelings towards you.
So let me ask you a question. If you emotionally unavailable, what does that look like to what are you incapable of if you're emotionally unavailable?
You're incapable of communicating your care. You gotta care, and that goes for boys and girls.
You got to care about what?
You gotta care about how they feel because they are people. I'm talking in the context of children.
So what
I'm
about
talking in the context of even your old lady. Your old lady wants to be reassured, reaffirmed in her feelings and in her emotions, no matter how crazy and berserk that shit may be in your mind.
so you got to be emotionally available to be able to displace your care and love?
To display, yes,
I don't think so.
yeah.
I
Because
don't believe
if
that.
not, now you faking it.
Nah.
Now you faking it. You really don't give a fuck.
I think emotionally available, care, love, they're all different to me. Because I could love you to death. Like I could be in love with you like
Okay.
a motherfucker
Okay.
and still be emotionally unavailable to society.
Okay.
Like I don't think they work together. I don't think they work in a tandem.
I could love you to death and still be emotionally unavailable.
To society.
Is love not an action word?
Yes.
Okay. Love is in fact an action word. So I love you. Those are the words. If those are the words, if that's what you're expressing to someone, is it not true that they have to hear it in word and see it in action? Or are you saying that I can
don't-
love and there be no action behind it?
I could love you and not have to say I love you, but my actions could show you that I love you.
Says who?
The person that gets that love.
But if their interpretation of love is by way of action, then how is it exactly that you're communicating to them that you love them?
My actions.
And what does your action look like, although being emotionally unavailable?
Whatever I can't be specific right now with that, but my actions will show. Like a woman would know. And we speaking on women right now because we can't speak about kids because I don't have kids. You got kids.
Mm.
So if I love a woman, she's going to know that I genuinely love her. It could be from the way I look at her. It could be from the way that I carry myself around her. It could be the way I hold her. It could be the way that I want to rub my face on her face like we cats.
All
and just
action.
That's
Those
action.
are all actions.
Right. But that don't mean I have to say it for you to know that I love you.
But let's go back to what we're talking about is being emotionally
Available.
And the things that you just pointed out are action things indicating that you have some sort of availability emotionally.
If that's the way you want to put it. But I did say society. You brought it back. You brought it back full circle to this. I said emotionally unavailable to society.
Okay. Who gives a well? We ain't caring about what
Come
society
on,
say.
the
We
world
caring
cares
about
about
what
society.
we caring about what going on between this man and this woman up under this roof.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. I'm gonna sweep my own porch. I ain't looking at,
I don't know about emotionally unavailable to your significant other. I don't know about that. Like I think if you in a relationship, you're gonna have some type of emotions in the relationship. But
hey, we got the comments blowing up. Hey, share this video to 5 people before we get up out of here. There's a share button. I don't see nobody on here from YouTube, but we got a lot of Facebook going on. A lot of Facebook. Appreciate y'all, but y'all like the video. We ain't got no likes. We ain't got no. Come on now, y'all in the comments. Like the video. Like the video. Let's see some hearts. Let's see some thumbs. Let's see it. 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 There's an option you can share this video and you can send it to 5 people in your messenger. You can share it to your page. We'll be doing this every Wednesday, just something to help you through your work day, middle of the day, middle of the week conversation. And right now, we just talking about men being emotionally available. I think that's kind of the direction where the conversation has went. How is the old school man that started the flamboyant society?
Oh, that must have came from a question within comments. They was
Okay, definitely showing reasons why we have so many men dealing with childhood trauma that hasn't been addressed.
Man,
you don't have to show all your emotions to be emotionally available. So, do you believe there's a such thing as a balance?
What are we balancing?
We're balancing the discretion of when to display said emotion as opposed to when to hold back said emotion. I do believe that there's not room for your emotion with everyone else's emotion at the same time. Yeah. I do believe that men predominantly take the back burner on the emotional scale to everyone else, women and children. But I also believe that in that balance, there has to come a point where the man's emotions are in fact considered and put in the forefront. And this is the reason why people will say, well, what about happy spouse, happy house?
That shit don't exist.
Instead of, as opposed to happy wife, happy life. Because what that says is that, hey, I'm in here too now. Consider me. And when we say, if I'm saying consider me, I'm saying consider me in all facets.
Right.
Physically, emotionally, verbally, spiritually, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get quiet now, nigga. What you got?
Nah. When you start talking about happy houses and spouses and happy wife, happy life shit, I'll automatically tune out.
Tune in.
Yeah, I can't to the not that. I can't do that. That's hard for me.
So let me get that last question. Is crying considered someone showing all of their emotions? It's speculative.
Yeah, it's speculative. I agree with that.
You know, because as Bat pointed out, I've heard women tell stories of men that bust out crying solely for the purpose of manipulating.
Manipulation like a motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's all speculative, right? But at the same time, I am always one to lean more so on the benefit of a doubt, and would hope that, you know, we're not so much of scumbags as a people to where we would try to leverage crocodile tears for personal gain.
I'm gonna say something though.
What you got?
No, I'm saying I would say something.
Mhm.
If I notice that it's some bullshit crime, I'm like, man, fuck out of here. This nigga crying. What you trying to get? You need somewhere to stay?
That's
Like, nah, I ain't for the bullshit. If it ain't something real, you done lost your kids, somebody died, or even if you lose your job, nigga, if you cry, yep.
That's funny. So he dropped to his knees with a Bible.
What? Oh yeah, he was trying to get somewhere to stay.
Yeah. So Shamari made to land the plane. We got to land this thing like in the next minute or two. Shamari
down.
said something. We are stuck on just crying, but there's many other emotions. This is true. This is very true.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some of the other emotions that we often don't see till we see it is anger.
Oh man.
It's anger.
Whew.
And a lot of us, man, are men and women. A lot of us are harboring so much anger within ourselves. Hence, going back to the first video,
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna go there. Go ahead.
where we have so much anger built up and so much displaced anger to now we're at that point of no return.
You don't know what's gonna happen next.
And that's a dangerous person. That's a dangerous cycle. A dangerous hamster wheel to be on. So for anybody that's tuned in, I definitely would encourage all of us to find that happy median within ourselves, understanding how to decompress, how to release. For some people, it's spirituality. For some people, it's their faith base. Some people lean on a higher power. Some people lean on God. Some people lean on um, just their spirit man to make it through certain things.
Mm-mm. Just stick with that one, Remy. I don't know what happened to it. It's cool. That's cool. Well, I would say to all you emotional characters that's out there that are a danger to society, put your best foot forward and jump off the bridge.
We at the OPOV podcast do not encourage unaliving ourselves in any capacity. I don't know what he talking about.
Nah, but those I really I know we finna land the plane in about 30 seconds, but I really took a lot from both of those sides. I do understand black men cry. I just don't think it has to be public and you trying to make it a thing because I don't think a man's vulnerability becomes a target. Let's let that sizzle in our spirits for a second. A man's vulnerability becomes a target some way, somehow. The world will find a way. I'm gonna say the world. I'm gonna speak in the vast majority. The world will find a way to target your emotions. That's what you're weak about. They're gonna use it against you. So find a way to decompress without letting the world know. As a man, that's just the way I see it. Daryl probably have another way of saying it.
No, I think we can definitely meet in the middle on that. I think that there's a balance. I think that for the most part, predominantly, you would want to be able to express yourself, but have a discretion as to how and when
you do it.
you express yourself. Keyword how. All expression don't have to come back by tears. All expression don't have to come back by anger.
Mm-hmm.
All expression don't have to come back by malice. All expression don't have to come back by me too. All expression don't have to come back by trauma. You understand what I'm saying? But these are all the things that we have to deal with internally.
Mm-hmm.
That we have to know what those traumas, we have to know what brought about those different things. You know, oftentimes I ask myself when I have certain perspectives about something, I say, what does that come from? Like, why do I perceive that way? Why am I interpreting that way? Because I'm firm on not attaching characteristics to people they didn't earn.
Mm-hmm.
In situations where I feel like this person may be disrespecting me, but this person has never been disrespectful to me. So why am I interpreting that way?
Mm-hmm.
That's a me problem.
So that's self.
Right? And we have to get much better within our emotional compass of maturity to understand when it's a me problem or it's really what's going on in that movement. And oftentimes it's a me problem.
I agree.
Right? But yeah, man, y'all like the video. Comments was blowing up, but we ain't really get the likes up. Definitely, I want to get some more likes up. We go try this for the next couple of weeks.
We're gonna do it for
See
a
if
month.
we can
We got like a month and a half of this shit. We got to push it.
yeah, see if we can add some value. If y'all enjoyed the conversation, man, drop a one in the comments. Any closing remarks before we get out of here, man?
Well, yeah.
You can't tell people to jump off a bridge, man.
Yes, you can.
It's not right.
I'm a firm believer if a man say he's going to do something, if you say you want to unalive yourself,
Who said they want to unalive themselves?
I've seen a lot of people say that on Facebook. I'm not going to say no names. I could go back to it after the show and show you exactly who I'm talking about.
You know, I've seen some people do that too.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer of if you're gonna say it, I want to see you do it. I don't believe you until you do it.
I've wrote 2 or 3 different guys. Like I sent them a message, and it's definitely not encouraging them to do it. So we can't meet in the middle on that. But I will say this in closing, man. I've honestly talked a number of guys and redirected their mind from those thoughts.
You think they really was gonna do it?
It don't matter, because I would hate to know that I could have had some type of communication prior to, and then they actually freaking do it. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But I would hate for them to have actually done it, knowing that I could have possibly changed the trajectory of that outcome.
Do you think that's a strong man or a weak man?
That's not my concern. My concern is making sure that you are giving a different perspective or maybe a different outlook on life before you do something that you regret and you can't come back from.
You come back.
Nah, dead is dead.
I believe in reincarnation. You might come back as a roach.
Who wants that?
Right? Had a shitty life.
Typical. All right, but yeah, man, y'all catch us next week right here. Meet in the middle. Myself, Mr. Good Guy, alongside the Batman. Shout out to Remy on the wheels of steel.
Oh, you had to say like the infamous Asshole.
Nah, man.
I liked that one. Was that the right word? Infamous? That's what you said?
Nah, man. I forget.
Infamous asshole, Don Juan J.
I said asshole extraordinaire.
Oh, okay. That was so why you didn't say it the last time? You
It
forget.
just came to me, man.
He be lying. I wish we had the lie to take the test. You would have took a shot.
Nah, I'm finna go get something to eat, but I'm hungry.
Well, ladies, let your man cheat in peace. Remy, you can take us out. Until next time.
See y'all Saturday, 7:30.
7:30. I still think he was weak for crime.